Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks here, back with another video, and today I'm giving you 10 more memorable moments from my childhood. Last time I did this was May 3rd of 2024, so it's been almost a year since we've last done this, so I've had time to think of more stuff that's memorable. Most of it, I think, is going to be from elementary school, so if it gets a little repetitive, sorry about that, but most of my memorable moments, or just like nostalgia moments, came from elementary school, so yeah, sorry for that once again. But if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, go Hawks, and enjoy the video. Alright, let's kick this off with number 10. It's Christmas mornings as a kid. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. Like, first off, it's just really hard to sleep on Christmas Eve. So there's that. There's just the long drought of waiting all night. And then if you do fall asleep, for whatever reason, you wake up at the crack of dawn, like running off 3 hours of sleep, and you rush to your parents' room to wake them up and be like, it's Christmas, let's open presents. All that nonsense. And sometimes Santa, he normally had to, play a prank and wrap your house in wrapping paper. Did that to me for 18 years of my life. So, that's fun. And then once you bypassed all that, you made sure him and his reindeer ate the cookies, milk, and carrots that you left out for him. If you never left out carrots for the reindeer, you didn't do it right. You did not do it right whatsoever. And then, once you finally bypass everything to get to the Christmas tree, you find all the stuff Santa left under the tree. His elves worked really hard to get me all the Legos I got over the years. That's pretty much what I always asked for. Just Legos, and then sometimes games, sometimes money, sometimes football jerseys. Got that Russell Wilson jersey for Christmas when I was like probably 9 years old or something. And it's just been there ever since, pretty much, since I've grown out of it. But yeah, Christmas mornings as a kid takes the number 10 spot. Number 9, just Toys R Us in general. Man, I was so bummed when I heard that's Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy or went out of business. It is whatever happened to it. Man, I was so hurt from that. That was the best store ever as a kid. Yeah, it was overpriced as hell. But man, just the feeling of going into one and just getting like a new toy or something every now and then. Just unbeatable. Like just a whole store dedicated to just toys, man. It sucks that the future generations won't know what that feels like. To walk into a legit toy store and get a new toy. I always remember getting like those Ben 10 figures that you had to make with the creation chamber. I literally have one right over there. Right there. I am pointing at it right now. Wow. I can't believe I still have one of those. Man, but I always got figures for that, or just Legos. When I tell you I was a Lego addict, I mean it. I loved Legos. I haven't really touched Legos though since like COVID. So yeah, my Lego era is so done. It's been over for a while, but man, it was great. But Toys R Us takes the number 9 spot. Alright, number 8, we're going to start getting into the school ones a little bit, like I mentioned in the intro, but elementary school recess football. Before it got banned, actually. I was, like, shocked it never got banned for us, as far as I remember, at least. But, yeah, I was always picked last. But I made some of the best plays. Not to brag, but I would go number one overall in the draft, in the NFL draft, if they based it off of your recess school footage, film, stats, whatever it was. Just you and the bros just playing some football. And then right as the whistle blew, no matter what the score was, you're like, alright, next score wins or some crap like that. I remember in 7th grade, I remember exactly pitch perfect detail of this one. Whistle was just blown. We were like, alright, last play, boys. Ball was thrown up. We pretty much just did Hail Marys the whole time. Ball was thrown up. It was tipped by like this fucking 6 foot tall dude. Like, my god, he was tall. He just tipped it literally right into my hands, and I caught it for a touchdown, and I rubbed it in his face for like the next month until I got bored of it and until he just started yelling at me for it. But yeah, good times. Some good times. I loved me some elementary school football. That takes spot number 8. Number 7, the pacer test. I know sometimes when I do, for whatever reason, bring it up, I've always just like crapped on it pretty much, but I was always really good at it when I was like, in shape, fast. I was always in the top 4 remaining, but I was just sometimes when I like just dropped out of it intentionally, I was just getting so bored of it, so I just intentionally started walking. Pretty much just gave up, but I mean, I always got in the 50s, 60s. I do always remember there's one try hard trying to get to 100. Like, for whatever reason, I'm not going to judge him. Because I did like running. Trying to get back into it a little bit. But, yeah, pacer test, for a little bit, it was like one of those dreaded days in school PE. But, I don't know, I always enjoyed the competition with some of my friends. Because, I always beat them. Sometimes I didn't win every single time, but I'd say like 80% of the time I beat them and rubbed it in their face. When I transferred schools, when I was going into 5th grade, like one of the first weeks we did the pacer test. Apparently I was going against like the fastest kid in school at that point, and I won, and the rest was history, I guess. I haven't done that though since like 8th grade because COVID was a thing, and they for whatever reason stopped making us do it after that, which I mean, you know what, cool. But pacer test takes number 7. Number 6, this kind of ties into the number 1 spot from last video, but it's getting your first gaming console, whether it's a handheld, whether it's an actual like PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. But just the feeling of getting your own console or one to share, just getting a console in general, such a great feeling. Dude, I remember getting the Xbox 360 when I was like 5 or 6 years old. Dude, me and my brother were so happy. We played the hell out of that. The countless days of just Minecraft. The countless days of playing Grand Theft Auto 5 when our parents didn't know. I mean, I've been playing that game since I was like 8 years old. Still playing on it. Now I'm legally allowed to play it. For the age, at least. But man, just setting it up, making a profile, playing like Call of Duty or something, playing like the pre-downloaded games that were on the 360 at least. I mentioned that last time one of my favorite games was N Plus, Ninja Plus. Dude, that game was so underrated. It's so cool. My favorite game though was probably Lego Batman 2. Dude, there's something about that game that's just like, I can't explain why it's like one of my favorite games of all time. But like just being able to play as like all the superheroes at once and just at the end getting Lex Luthor and Joker, like just eliminating them. It's just such a good feeling. But getting your first console coming in at spot number 6. Number 5. We have just playgrounds in general. Going to the playground with either your friends or just by yourself, and some random little kids just come up to you and wanted to play with you. I mean, this probably could have been lower, but like in the general aspect of it, it's just a playground. But I mean, I always had some of the most fun times at a playground. Tag, um, climbing up slides, jumping off swings. Um, we had a tire swing at this park I always used to go to. So sometimes we tried to just cram as many people as we could on. I think we got 5 people. Like that was the record. Um, but yeah, just having a grand old good time. Just in the hot summer weather, just at a park. Sometimes the park had like a little kickball field, so we'd go and play some kickball as well, or like some football or baseball. Just more activities other than just the park. But man, the park, it was never a letdown when I was growing up. So playgrounds at number 5. Number 4, got birthday parties. I couldn't tell you why it took this long to have birthday parties on this list, but I just like had a thought about it on the spot, and I was like, dude, how'd you leave this out? Man, birthday parties, inviting all your friends, having a good cake, some good presents, some good times with your boys. And sometimes they stayed the night after. Sometimes they played some like late night hide and seek in the dark outside. I remember it wasn't for my birthday, but I think it was for a cousin's birthday. We played late night hide and seek. I think it was during summer, and it was hide and seek tag. So you had to find the person, but also tag them. So, I remember this one. So I was running away from the person that was coming to tag me. And it was dark to the point where you really couldn't see a lot in front of you until it was like this far away from you. So I came in contact with a fence pole and bashed my knee on it. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Then I remember it was bleeding bad. But birthday parties, man, that takes spot number 4. Number 3, going to a game store for the first time. Like a GameStop or something, whatever it's called elsewhere. But man, the first time you step into a GameStop to pick up a new game, back when everything wasn't digital, just like a different feeling. Like you're just in a store covered with video games to buy. So cool feeling. Picking out a new game, maybe your friends also getting that game as well. Then you go back home, you install it, get ready to play it. You start playing it, you have a great time, and you play it. You play the hell out of it. And your friends eventually get it if they don't already. Then you play online. You play multiplayer. Like, what else could you really want out of that? Man, I wish games weren't just digital nowadays. Having the actual physical copy of the game. I will always prefer disc over digital. Any day of the week, I like owning physical copies of stuff. Might just be a me thing, but it's always going to be like that for me. So, going to a game store for the first time comes in at spot number 3. Number 2, when you had to do those multiplication and division tables in math class, look, shoot me if you want, those things were so fun and so damn easy to do, man. These were introduced to me in 4th grade, and I don't remember if it was a challenge or not to see who could do all of them first. But I remember I failed one of them, and that was the first one, because I did not know what the hell was going on. But I was really good at all this stuff, and basically what it was is just a little sheet of paper full of multiplication problems or division problems. And I think you had like a minute or 2 minutes to like fill out the front of it and then flip it over and do multiples of the number up to 12. So we started with 2. So it was just, the front was just numbers times 2, and then on the back we had to do multiplications of 2, like 12 times pretty much. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. You get the gist of it. But man, I think there was 12 of multiplication and then division. And then we had what was called like the honors one or something. And it was just a huge, huge sheet. Like, you take 3 of the mini sheets and just combine it into one. And I don't know if it was it was for the numbers again, or if it was just all the numbers just mixed up into one. I think it was the second one. But I finished all that in like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. If I remember right, we did it every day when we got it introduced to us, and I failed the first time because, like I said, I didn't know what we were doing. I'm not the best listener, to be honest with you. But after I got what we did, or what we had to do, I was probably the 3rd or 4th person done with all of it. So, yeah, multiplication and division sheets coming in at number 2. And the number 1 spot. This is neck and neck with beating the number 1 spot of the last one, which was just the Xbox 360 in general. But it is the day before any elementary school break. The winter parties. I had Thanksgiving feasts sometimes. The day before summer breaks. Yeah. But like specifically the winter ones. Just days of fun. Like one of the most fun-filled days you could ever have in elementary school. Just like making Christmas cookies, making snowmen out of like paper plates and stuff, decorating like little Christmas sweaters. In 4th grade, I remember we had this like sewing thing where we made a Christmas tree. I never finished it, but oh well. This is a good one. This is the one. Gets me every time I talk about it. And PE during these days. I don't know what y'all did for your PE one, but we had like 8 stations of like Christmas themed games or something. It was just field day in a little PE room. Pretty much what it is, or what it was. But the amount of stuff I'd probably do to relive one of those days one more time. Just one. I'd do a lot to relive one of those days again. Made hot chocolate, made Christmas letters. I remember our teachers always asked us to give them Christmas list, and they'd give it to Santa Claus. I don't know if they ever did, because I asked for something that wasn't Legos for once, and never got it. But hey, Legos are the most elite present ever. I will debate that with anyone, but yeah, the day before holiday breaks in elementary school claims spot number 1. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!